that truck full of I'm tying on my spinner. We'll be out of here in no time.
We'll see about that.
Here they come, here they come.
There they go, there they go.
You see them go psh into the water. That was really cool. Spinner. Oh, missed it. Hit it right as it sunk.
Of course, fishing on the day that the fish get put in the lake is always going to increase your odds. And Dana has the right idea. These fish first get put in the water, they can be a bit disoriented, and a lot of times fishing right where they dump them in can get you bit quick. Another way to get bit quick is to fish a spinner or a small crankbait, because these fish that are fresh from the hatchery will be ready to do reactionary strikes. They've never been fished for before, and anything small in the water that they've seen has usually been food. So on stocking day, it's a good idea to use a spinner or some other moving bait to pick up your first few fish.
That's a nice one. Oh, he got off. He's a big one, too. Oh, he's giant. Hopefully I got that. Big old goldfish. That's a big old goldfish over there.
Either that or the biggest golden trout ever released in a lake anywhere in the world.
Yay! He's about to break off. Oh, he broke off. These are a lot bigger than this one. Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one. Look at that. That's a big fish, Daddy. That is a big. They put some big ones in here. I can't believe that. Look how big he is. Look at that. He ate my power bait.
Got down. Have a little trouble catching fish today, but I think Dana's going to outfish me this afternoon, but I landed one. Finally picked one up on the power bait, and Dana did outfish me today. The fish were just put in here, but they were going after reactionary targets like spinners, and I was fishing power baits, which is what I wanted to do this video about, and how to catch more stock trout.
First fish of the day. It's a little old, but I'll take it.
Got one, got one. That's my first fish in the morning.
This one feels good. This one's nice. Hope I don't lose him. Coming. Oh yeah, that's number 3, and it's still not light.
Got him. Ooh, that one smells nice. Good jump. Oh, not that big. You getting a bite? So what you want to do is go ahead and cast out and let your line sink on a tight line. Feel if you get any hits as your bait settles to the bottom. And once it's down on the bottom, go ahead and pull the slack up tight until you can feel the weight. But don't leave your line tight. What you want to do is go ahead and set it on your stick with a little bow in the line so that it hangs loose. And you're not watching for your rod tip to bounce. You're watching for that line to start playing out so the fish doesn't feel the weight until you're ready to set the hook. There you go. I'm pretty sure he swallowed it that time. Pretty sure he swallowed it that time. Yeah, I got him. Got him. So yeah, by leaving that line lay loose, you're able to see the fish hit. He'll swallow that hook before he ever feels the weight of your line. You're doing pretty good this morning, aren't you?
I'm doing good this morning with one rod.
I broke Dana's rod getting into the car this morning. She's got one rod. She's doing better than I am. But you'll notice it's just now getting to be sunrise, and we've already put together a right nice string of fish. Sometimes it pays to wait, not come on the day that they stop. You'll notice we moved down here to the deeper end of the lake. That's where all the fish tend to move to after they've been in here a while, down where they're deep water, and there's a current here where the water flows out. If you can find anywhere there's a current running, that's where the trout will move up to feed. They prefer to stage just off the edge of a current and dart out and grab food. So if there's a creek coming in, it flows in. That's also a good choice. But we're down here at the deep end, and the fish seem to have stacked up in here since they were put in here the other day. Oh, get him. Get him, buddy. Get him. Get out of the way, please. You get him? There's another one.
Jumper.
Pretty work, Dana. That's a good one. Pretty work. Well, yeah, moving to a current is one thing you can do to help you catch more fish. We are also not throwing spinners today, where we're getting those reaction strikes on stocking day. Today, we're using power bait. A lot of folks, they swear by light line to catch these trout. I've never really worried about it too much. We use 8-pound mono, and it's always worked well for us. I mean, I see guys out here with little 2 and 4 pound tests saying it's the only thing you can catch on. We've never really had a problem with heavier line. We do use kind of small hooks. Sometimes I'll use a number 4. Number 6 is what I usually use, depending on the size of the fish. I may go to a little tiny 8, but I haven't found that necessary. What is necessary, though, is that when you're using power bait, you use enough to float that hook. Now, you can fish with anything. You can catch these trout with worms, you can catch them with corn. We like this power bait, and there's a reason for that, because you want it to float up off the bottom. Now, we use a slip rig like this. I'll use a 1/4 ounce weight on here. I don't care. As long as the fish don't feel the weight. So I'm using an egg sinker so it slips through, and I'll put a little tiny swivel on there and leave about 12 to 18 inches a leader. I mean, they're stock trout. You want them to swallow the hook and get hooked good. Now, when you're putting your power bait on, there's 2 ways you can do it. You can use this dough here, which is nice, and it's got a real good scent to it. You make a little egg drop with it. It won't pull off the hook so easily, kind of like this. Now, they also have these bait eggs, and I've come to like these too, but you gotta use enough so that it'll float that hook like this when it hits the bottom. It's floating up off the bottom a little bit. You're a lot more likely to get a hit than if you're using a worm or corn, or if the hook's too heavy for the power bait and it sinks down onto the bottom. So make sure you put enough on there to float your hook.
Hour and a half.
Yeah, Don't be that guy in the thumbnail of this video. Try some of these tips next time you're trout fishing, and you're more than likely going to come out with a stringer like this. Hey, we're www.camochairproductions.com, sharing the outdoors on YouTube. We hope we see you again real soon.